This week right here could be the best week in the entire 2026 season. Just in the SEC, we have Georgia at Alabama, which is always an incredible matchup. We have Tennessee and Arkansas, two teams that are pretty evenly matched. Same with South Carolina and Florida. LSU Kentucky will be a blowout, or should be a blowout for LSU. Texas A&M and Mizzou will be a great game. We have the Red River rivalry, and then we have Ole Miss and Vandy, two teams with a lot of questions heading into the season. This right here might be the best week that one conference has all season. Then over into the Big Ten, we have Indiana and Nebraska, which could be a close game if Nebraska takes a step forward and Indiana takes a step back. Ball State, Northwestern, kind of a no-one-cares game right there. Maryland, Ohio State should be a blowout for Ohio State. We have UCLA and Oregon, which should be a blowout for Oregon, but it's always great to see two Pac-12 schools or two former Pac-12 schools matching up. USC at Penn State is the best game on this week for the Big Ten, especially being in Penn State and more than likely being a whiteout game. That game should be an amazing game. Minnesota and Purdue could be a close game, but really no implications for the conference there. And then Iowa and Washington, again, could be a good game. Iowa was pretty good last year. Washington always has hints of being pretty good, and that could be a really good matchup. The Big 12 doesn't have a ton of good games. There are some teams on a bye week this week, but Iowa State and BYU could be a really good game. Iowa State was pretty good last year. BYU was obviously one of the best teams in the conference last year. And then Kansas and Utah, again, could be a good close matchup. Probably not a ton of Big 12 title implications on the line in that game, but could still be a really good, fun game to watch. Then into the ACC, and we have the Florida State-Louisville Friday night game, and those Friday night games are always amazing to watch. There's always some weird thing that happens in those games. Duke and Georgia Tech could be a good game. North Carolina and Pitt could be a good game. Stanford and Notre Dame, obviously a non-conference game, but it is a rivalry game. Notre Dame should win by quite a bit, but it is a rivalry game. Anything can happen. Virginia Tech and Cal could be a really good game with a lot of questions being asked about Virginia Tech with James Franklin taking over for the Hokies. And then Wake Forest and NC State, two non-traditional football schools, two schools that have other sports they care about more, but it is still two North Carolina schools matching up. There is an inherent rivalry to that game. Week 6 is definitely the week that I am looking forward to the most of any week in college football next season. But let me know in the comments, is there a week that you think is better than this? And don't forget to like and follow if you like college football content.